Welcome to the first part of our complete character modeling series. My name is Archit Gupta and I'm a top rated plus 3D artist on Upwork. This is a series that many of you have been requesting since a long time and I'm super excited to finally bring it to you. In this series, we are going to use Blender, one of the most powerful and versatile softwares for 3D artists. Whether you are a beginner or someone who is looking to refine your skills, this course is going to guide you through each and every step of creating a detailed character from absolute scratch. In the first video, we are going to model one of the most important parts, that's modeling the face. I know it might seem a little bit challenging, but I'll be guiding you through every step. By the end of this video, you should have a fully modeled face. So let's get started.
So this is the base character I have, but this is not the exact thing I'm gonna make. I'm going to use a bunch of references I have taken. I really wanted to capture the cuteness of Krishna from these images, right? And let's see where we go from here. Okay, so first thing we have to do is that we have to make the face. Okay, and the approach is going to be that I'm going to make the face, and I've collected some references as well, right? Okay, so let's just get started. So the approximate height of the character is going to be 1 meter. Okay, and this cube is actually 2 meters long. So let me get the dimensions correct. Alright, so just go to item and here you can see the dimension is 2. Just change it to 1. So this is just for reference. Okay, you can just keep it for reference, and let's just grab some other images for reference. Okay, a reference is the best thing you can have when making stuff like this. Okay, like this image is quite good. Alright, this is for side view. I'll just import this in Blender, inside of Blender. Okay, I do have some other references. Let me grab them from Pinterest. Just open up Pinterest, and I had saved them. You see, this one is great, this base mesh. Let's have a look at some others. Okay, this is also quite good reference. Let's see what else we got. So this is kind of a chibi style character. I think this is quite a great reference. So I'll just save this image on this top. Okay, you should make good folders. So this is a self project. This will make, let's call him her cute girl. Simple as that. References, I call it 01.references, call it B, and then let's just import that image here. Self projects, cute girl, references, go. Okay, so this is quite huge. We're gonna approximate this to be like this much, right? So yeah, this is good enough. You can move this a bit back. Let's call it reference. We'll just start. Okay, so the plan is, let's add a simple cube, alright, and scale it down. I'm going to scale it down. Alright, so this is not exactly in the center. Let's try to bring it to center. Okay, let me subdivide this one and just have a look at this. And what you can do is you can delete this cube. Okay, no need for that reference anymore, I guess. And let's add the side view as well. Okay, we'll just duplicate this and Shift T, RZ90, GY, GX, and side view by pressing 3. Okay, let's move this up a bit. Let's do one thing. Let's delete this and we're gonna add a mirror to this. Okay, add a mirror modifier and turn on the clip. Okay, perfect. And let's do another thing. Let's add another modifier. Let's call it subdivision surface, and we can divide it twice. You can also shade this thing smooth. So we are going to try to match the outline roughly. Let's see how far we can go. I inserted a loop. So we are going to focus on the face first, right? I'll just make the face, then the hands, right? That's how I'm going to approach this one. Okay, let's have a look at the side view as well. This is quite interesting for sure. Alright, so we can introduce another loop. Alright, and I'll just introduce another loop here. Here you can see it's taking shape now, fortunately. Yeah. Now what we can do is we can move this bit down to make the head look a bit more 3D, right now it's looking way too. This won't affect the overall silhouette much, I guess, and it's okay even if it does. Like, what we are looking is for a decent enough shape on which we can start retopologizing. So this is just a base mesh actually. We are not finalizing this to be okay. This does not have a very ideal topology. Alright, so you see the nose is a bit missing, which is completely fine. Now we'll just start putting in the squares one by one. I know it's a bit tedious, okay, but this technique works. Okay, it works, simple as that. Alright, so just press shift S, cursor to selected. Let's add a plane and scale this down. We'll add a mirror modifier to this. Alright, I hope this is not distracting you too much to keep the reference big and clear, right? Let's keep this half of it clear. This thing does not have a nose, okay, so we won't make a nose. That's a good thing at least. Okay, I think we forgot to make the ears. We'll add ears as well. Let's continue with the setting. Let's add a shrink wrap to this, and we'll shrink wrap this over to this. Okay, let's turn on this, go to front view. We have to mirror this about this. So look how it's looking here. Let's turn on the clipping. Good, great, this is awesome. Let's make the eyes. Alright, so let's add the major ones first. So let's just extrude one from here, and let's just start extruding it like this. So this is a good reference, so I'll just use this. This is our point, and see 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 1 2 3 4 and 5, and after this we have a star point here. Okay, so this is good. There is this add-on called Retopo Flow that I've also used extensively for stuff like this, but this much I think we can do. So let's go back to this. You can also alternately control and right click, command and right click here, okay, and to make loops like this, right? Similarly for this, we can press command and right click 1 2 3 and 4. Alright, and you can just extrude it, and let's make a face here. From center there are 3 faces here, 1 2 3. Right, so 1 2 and 3. That is good. We are completely copying this. That's the benefit of a reference, and don't think it's cheating, right? It does not have to be exactly like this, but having a reference is great. So let's continue making this first. Okay, we have command 1 and command 2, and then another star here, right? Then you have 1 2 3 4 here, right? 1 2 3, and then this is joint. Don't worry if it's not very smooth right now, okay? We're gonna fix all of that. This is just to put the basic geometry. Loop, there are these eyes, right? So let's can make the eyes a bit pretty, the eye shape, right? Okay, now that the eye loop is done, you can scale this down a bit. Okay, and you can mark a seam here. Press U and mark seam just for reference. You can actually grid fill this. You can either go to face and grid fill, and here you can change this stuff, right? And you can change the offset. So this offset kind of looks good to me, stuff, right? And you can change the offset, And we'll add the eyes after this, of course. I mean later. The eyes are separate. Okay guys, you can animate this using shape keys as well. Alright, so let's just continue with modeling this thing. And with this we have our lips also. Alright, for lips, how many do we have? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Alright, so 3 up 3 down, so we'll keep it simple like that. On 3 up, let's pick this a bit, and 3 down, and we can simple as that. I know it's looking kind of weird right now, but just bear with me, right? Bear with me and I'll make sure it looks awesome. Okay, these faces are not filled yet, so I need to fill these faces. Oh, the faces are filled actually. We filled them the wrong direction. So you have to just select this and select all of this and press Shift N, and by pressing Shift N you will flip the normals, right? Let's have a look at the lower lip loop, and it's going straight, right? So this has to be shifted a bit here. You can also mark seam here at the star points, right? The seam is not for UVs, this is for your reference actually. So between this point to this star point, you actually have 4 on. So what I usually do is I sculpt it out, right? And that's usually a great approach. This I took as a challenge because I thought not everybody has graphics tablet. I could help them out, right? By making an awesome character, it will create hope that yes, even without a graphics tablet, you can make a awesome character. You don't have to lose hope. So yeah, that much I have done. This star point you have 1 2 3 and 4, another star point. So 1 2 3 and 4 here. So this is the star point actually, and this has to go straight here, right? And this is actually a straight line. So you can just go ahead and extrude this up. Why am I doing this? Because then we can subdivide this, right? This is just straight lines after this. After here, there is some action in the ears, right? We'll make some ears after this. You can add 2 or 3 loops here. So rather than manually clicking and doing this, what you can do is you can just apply this modifier once, and you can add the shrink wrap again. So it's gonna save you a bit of time. Perfect. Now let's do one thing, let's add the ears as well. Just add a cylinder and scale it down. Shade flat. No, shade it auto smooth. Scale it down in edit mode. Just bring it here. SZ. Can add a subdivision to this. Scale it up a little bit. Let's do one thing. Then I'm gonna turn this thing on, and that way we do have a base for the ears. Pretty neat. We'll just combine them and mirror is applied automatically. Let's make a neck for this as well. For neck we can just simply add a cylinder, right? Shift Z and scale it down. GZ. Let's have a look here. Perfect. GZ. Shade this smooth. Let's have a look at this, how this is looking. So yeah, it's taking shape. So let's see how we can make the ears. So let's just focus on this little bit, and let's count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. All right, and 8 and 9. So we can make that. Let's press Alt Z and the stars have aligned in a way that it's in the bottom of this ears, right? The ear is a little bit up, it's not that down, so you can move it a little bit up, going differing a bit from the reference, but our main reference is this, not that, right? Yeah, that's just a minor change. Let's just continue modeling. Let's turn on the snapping, and you can turn this off. You can turn this right now. Just turn this off. Alright, and we have 3 faces coming in here. Just make some minor changes here and there. Let's snap this. Press M at center. Alright. Alright, so we have joined it. So it's not exactly matching and it's okay, right? You can adjust this little bit, and you can always delete them and arrange this again, because ear is non-deforming part. It's not super necessary to get this perfect, right? So that's a relief for you guys. Alright, so let's just extrude this thing. We can add another loop here. Yeah, now you can see that our character is slowly taking shape. Quickly fill this up. I've shaded the smooth. So this is very slow way to do it. I think there has to be a better way. The Retopo add-on helps in doing this very fast actually. And also I see there's this sad expression on its face, so let's make this bit mean. That's not sad, it's mean. So let's make this girl a bit mean too. Okay, I think we have done the trickiest part of this. Now let's just start filling up this mesh. So I'm just slowly filling this up, right? And then we'll start making the eyebrows and the eyes and stuff like that. We can actually remove this so that it does not hamper us. This is how this is looking. As of now, let's try and add a subdivision, surface modifier, and let's move that subdivision surface above the shrink wrap. Okay, now it's looking better actually. Alright, you can even have a look at the wireframe, right? This is how the wireframe is looking like. Alright, so let's try and use some smarter techniques. Okay, you can start merging this from here now onwards actually. Okay, so you can reduce the number of vertices like this. Okay, Right, so what this leads to is this leads to lesser number of polys that enter the neck. Right, you see 4 were coming and we converged it to 2 only. So that's the idea behind this, and you can continue doing this actually. So now you can see how 4 are converged to just even lesser ones, right? We converge this even more, and that's how it goes. See, you don't have to copy exactly this, right? Once you have the major shapes in place, you can go ahead and fill it your way, right? You can even use tool of your choice, right? Let's have a look how it's looking. You know what, you can add another subdivision after this, right? And this will get more smooth as it should, right? So it's getting smoother and smoother, right? And you get a better shape. But the actual geometry is very much controllable. So that's the beauty of this technique. You know what, you can actually smooth this out. You can just go ahead and click on vertex and go to smooth vertices, and you can shade this smooth, right? And then you can apply the shrink wrap, right? And then you can add another shrink wrap. So you see this is now much more uniformly placed, the head part. Alright, so let's just continue modeling this thing. See, after this not much is going to be visible, I guess so. Let's add 3 subdivisions here as well, and you can just go ahead and make it like this. This much looks great, and I just continue modeling this thing. Can add another edge loop here, press Ctrl R, right, and extrude this thing. Triangles here, not really. You really don't have to do that. You can just make it like this. It will make some diamonds, but it's mostly hidden, so doesn't matter much really. And then you can just continue playing the game. Control right click, right click, right click, right click. Just go ahead and join this, right, and right. You can just join this, and so this method, see, it might not be the best, the perfect, right, but it saves time, right? If you don't need perfect topology here, like, why do you have to bother so much? Right, so yeah, you see a lot of studios also do cut corners. Okay, they use time very efficiently, and even though this is not perfect, this is fast, right? And yeah, I think as AI is coming more and more, we don't have to deal with topology. Right, and just click this and go to face and grid fill. So let's just apply the mirror for once. To face and grid fill, let's increase this thing. Is it even symmetric? Doesn't look like. Let's change the span. Okay, yeah, this is symmetric. So let's apply it. And why is the shrink wrap not working? I don't know, guys. Okay, I have to do this thing. Alright, you can always go ahead and make this smooth. Go to vertex. Should have done this before, right? And what you can do is you can delete this part, right? And let's have a look at this part, right? And you can go ahead and add mirror modifier yet again and make it clipping, and you can bring this modifier to the top and just go ahead and snap this out. So yeah, this much face we have done. Do we need to do more? Actually, I don't think so. I think we have done more than enough, but for the sake of it, okay, let's at least make the neck. Okay, I'll just bring this down and perfect. Okay, we did not join this with this, so what we'll do is we'll just first delete this half and we'll join with this. Command J, and there you go. Right, so this looks good now. Let's have a look. This is the neck. She started taking the shape we wanted, and let's extrude this a little bit more. We can do that quite easily now. Let's extrude some from the back of the ear as well. Let's make this a bit easier to see. You can hide this much, right? And even this part you can hide for simplicity. Alright, we have our targets in place. Again, you have to join multiple faces to one. Just simply extrude this, okay, and this, and there you go. Ta-da! Let me show you how I did it again. Join this with this. Okay. What happened there? Alright, I think it's filling up nicely. It's the back of the ear. It's not even important, right? Maybe you can add a loop. There's no harm really in adding a loop here. And you have joined the face just like that. Let's unhide. Let's see how it's looking. Alright, so you have to delete this bit and let's join it again. Alright.
Great job on completing the first part of 3D character modeling journey. By now, you have now got a well-defined face. I hope you are feeling confident about the skills you have acquired. In the next video, we are going to focus on modeling the eyes, which is one of the most important, crucial parts for bringing emotion and depth in the character. Also, I wanted to mention that in this video, we did some retopology for the face, but we are going to have a separate retopology series for this character. We are going to retopologize the whole character. Alright, so stay tuned for that. I'm aiming for 500 likes on this video. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification. And also if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them below in the comment box. I'll see you in the next one.